Good morning, everyone. This is Jeffe Kennedy, author of Epic Fantasy Romance. I'm here with my first cup of coffee. Always nice to get back into the groove of one's home coffee. Today is Tuesday, December 27th, 2022, last few days of the month here. I am back from Christmas holidays with my family. Got back last night, and we have a special guest here on the podcast today. Come here, Killian. We brought home a new kitten, as threatened. Some of you following me on social media will have seen him already. If you're on video, you'll be able to see him here in a moment. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. He's getting to be in my office for the first time. I kept him in the primary bedroom last night, and he did sleep on the bed with me. He's very sweet, and so he's explored that, but my office has way more stuff in it. So we'll pause. Okay, here he is, although we are way more interested in exploring the office than saying hi to the podcast people. Oh, there we go. We can look out the window. It's very interesting looking out the window here. Oh, and look at that. He's like kneading my arm just a little bit. He's very affectionate, very sweet. We will see if he has a jorts. For those of you who follow internet kerfuffles, he is an orange Maine coon cat. Oh, now he's saying hi to you all. He's got big tufts on his very big ears and big paws. He's already 7.6 pounds. He just turned 4 months old on December 20th. And Isabel, our older cat, who is starting to fail, is 8 pounds. Down from her high was like 11. Jackson is 17. So this is Killian. Yes, good morning. He's still figuring out his place here in the household and what's going on. So I'm just going to let him wander around the office a bit here as I'm talking. Yeah. So you may see a tail and so forth go by if you're on video. So yeah, we drove back from Tucson yesterday and stopped in Albuquerque on the way and picked him up. It was a pretty fast exchange, and got home and kind of unpacked. Still have some stuff filling up my office, I suppose, is one way to say it. So this week I'm going to be starting on Rogue Familiar. I did complete Act 1 of Bandits. Now I have cat fur on my face, so I'm like wiping cat fur away. I did sneak out a couple mornings in Tucson to finish off Bandits. Hi, sweetheart. He's come back now. So I was happy to get that finished, sent it off to Jennifer Estep, Jim Sorensen, and Dorinda. So Jennifer already sent back comments. She's a goddess, and she had very good comments. So I think it's in good shape. And once I get back comments from the other two, I might do a little bit of tweaking. That was Killian's tail. I'm still not sure his name should be Killian, but we'll decide. I think it fits. Oh, now he's just going to sit here on my desk. I'm going to take a photo of him so I can put it on the show notes because he's very cute. Killian, look this way. All right, I got my photo. I paused and didn't make you all bear through me trying to get a good photo. And so yes, he's laying here by my monitor, and now he's checking out my keyboard. He's very mellow for a kitten. Yeah. You are. So today I am switching over to Rogue Familiar so I can get that written by the release date. I will ask Agent Sarah if she wants to look at Bandits now or wait until I can write it later. But I can't write everything all at once. I did have my friend Alex Guerovich look at my data on so never have someone who's a PhD in mathematics and like has a company built on analyzing trends to ask if your trend is good, if your data is good. No, actually, he was very nice. But I was looking at, in particular, my graph that shows it's a general correlation that the earlier I start, the better my word count is. And so I was thinking about, as I'm doing my year-end evaluation and looking at what do I want to change up for the next year, that this is so funny. This kitty is just sitting here, like flexing his paws and giving me a very pleased look. He's all happy to be sitting here on the desk with me. It's not good for podcasting necessarily, but yeah. So as I look at my year-end stuff, this ended up being my least productive year, word count wise, ever. I am looking at different reasons for that. Certainly, resuming travel had an effect on that. The interesting thing is it did not have a financial impact. In that it looks like I will make slightly more money than I made last year, but I will not make a ton more. So without putting in all of my December sales, I haven't put in any of my December monies yet. I have made about $3,000 less than I made in 2021. I'm forecasting once I get all of that money in that I will make about 5,000 more. So that's actually pretty good, right? And it's a question that I did not ask my mathematician friend to look at, but if I can back off of the word count a little bit and make the same amount of money, that's good, although I would like to make more money. At any rate, he pointed out a couple of interesting things about, sure, it looks like there's a correlation between the earlier I start, the more productive I am. But he also asked some really good questions. And he explained that it has to do with a tautological correlation, which I think, it's like internally self-referential. So, I mean, basically it's not great data. But, he said that if I start earlier in the day, maybe I would write more that day. And he said he was sort of analyzing it without knowing me at all. And I said, well, it's not true because I always write like 3 hours worth of writing a day, no matter what time I start. And he said, but if you start later, is there a greater chance that you're going to be interrupted, that you're going to have like your meetings and calls and stuff and not get 3 hours worth written? And I said, yeah, that's actually true. So at any rate, he didn't say I was wrong. He just basically picked apart my data. So, yeah. What a cutie you are. So anyway, I did go back and listen to some of my podcasts from end of year last year, which was interesting to look at. Looking at what I was evaluating then. And I do think that, and maybe longtime listeners can help confirm, I definitely made a big effort at the end of last year to reduce my stress. And some of that was backing off on word count, on trying to do so much. And I'm definitely much less stressed at the end of this year than I was last year. A lot of things happened in 2022. Resumption of travel and fitting into my role as SIFLA president. I got a grip on things in a different way than I had before. Um, so anyway, now that I feel like I'm in a better place, I am going to try to ramp things back up again. See if we can get a little bit better productivity. Although I do think that it's important for me to keep in mind the income is important. Um, Also, getting to write the things that I want to write is important. So, but it felt good. It felt good to work on bandits, to sneak out, and just even, like I didn't do tons while I was there. I just went for an hour and wrote, but I did, in that hour well, I did some writing before I left on Thursday. I did 483 that morning, and then 774 on Friday, and 440 on Saturday morning, which just was good. I'm also considering on weekend times just doing an hour of work to just kind of keep my hand in on the book. I used to do that when I was much more productive. So that's what I'll be looking at this week is kind of evaluating what do I want to get done in 2023, what are my priorities, what best methods for ensuring a good income. One thing that's salient is that I will probably make more money on book sales this year. Uh, I mean, almost certainly it will than in last year. And I did it without having a group anthology, which is usually a big bump for me in December. So yeah, that's good to know. Book sales have been very slow this last week. I did release Sapphire pretty quietly. I did re-release. I didn't make much of a big deal about it. I'll probably push it a little bit more in the new year, especially as I get all 4 books up. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty on top of things. I'm happy to be switching to Rogue Familiar. I was going to listen to the audiobook of Shadow Wizard on the drive home in order to prep, but I didn't feel like it, and I listened to music. I did get this really cool thing. I should show you all. So David got these for me for Christmas. These super cool sunglasses. Very stylish. If you're on video, you can see. But the great thing is that they have Bluetooth in them, so you can listen to music and talk on the phone through your sunglasses. So I can actually have a phone conversation like this. If you're on video, Killian is showing off for you in the background. He's showing you his climbing skills. Yeah, so I listened to music on my sunglasses all the way home, and that was great. Let's see, what else? So yeah, that's where my head's at. Going to wrap myself back into Rogue Familiar. I probably will start listening to the audiobook. It'll be nice to have several ways to listen to it. And then, yeah, using this week, of course, to tie up finances, pay bills, but also to evaluate what do I want to get done in the coming year. What do I want to prioritize? I might want to do a little bit of correlation of I'm getting distracted by the cute kitty playing with the curtain cord behind me. How do I want to prioritize my work in order to maximize income? Primarily because the better the income, the more relaxed I am. It's having enough money to pay the bills and pay for everything is it's a stress reliever. My friend Megan was telling me recently that they've done studies and showed that when they compare people's incomes to their happiness level, that I assume this is Americans, that people pay making this kitty is now knocking things off my shelf. That was Corrine, that was your ribbon that you gave me. Oh, now here goes something else. This is, I could see a trend for our future. Now I'm totally distracted. All right, what was I saying? You are trouble. Let's see. At any rate, I think I want to try to do some analyses, probably not math genius approved, but to look at how I spend my time, what earns me the most income. Oh, I know what I was starting to say, is that these studies have shown that once people are making about $75,000 a year, making more than that doesn't make them happier. Up until that point, it does increase their happiness, quality of life, and so forth. But before that, no. Or after that, they have more stuff and more money, but it doesn't necessarily increase their happiness, which I think is interesting. So, yeah, I want to frame what I'm doing in those terms. And while I really do want to get back up to 3,000 words a day, because I really need to do it in order to make this Rogue Familiar deadline, I also don't want to get myself back into a stressed place where I'm burning out. So I think there are other factors that go into burning out that more than just cranking out word count. So a little head popped up here. And having a new kitten is a good stress reliever. So I'm sure you heard that crash. He's not sure what happened at all. We won't have him in here for the podcasts every day. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to be talking about that for the rest of the week, looking at changing up what I'm doing. Always interested to hear what other people are thinking about doing in order to improve both quality of life and what goes towards that. I think that's the important thing, right? Looking at which things most go towards improving quality of life and trying to maximize those things. So on that note, I am going to get to work, and I will talk to you all Thursday. You all take care. Bye-bye.